All right, we are back. This is part 2. This is Rusted Junk. I'm trying to figure out making these headlight doors stay down, replacing these old, crusty vacuum lines. And so I got more vacuum lines. I ordered it from a different place on Amazon, Evil Energy. They are silicone vacuum lines, so they should last longer. These things should last all the way till Christ comes back. So even past that. But let's get to work. So we're gonna take this yellow line off right here. And we're gonna try to do it delicately because we don't wanna be a brute and break anything else and have to pause the stream again. So we finally got the yellow line off. We're gonna replace it with this line right here. Yeah, I put a bunch of maybe way too many marks and stuff, but it's better to be sure than unsure. So I'm gonna get that installed, and then we're gonna lower this car and start, take off those lines right there, lower the car, and start from the top, and hopefully we get this problem solved. All right, that is done. It's in there securely. It's not gonna fall off or anything like that. It's a real tight fit. That's what I like about these lines. And I ordered these from Evil Energy right here. You can get them on Amazon.com. I was ordering from a different place. The fit just wasn't the greatest. On the 1/4 inch, they were fine, but I had ordered some 3/16 and it was just way too loose, like a bar chick, and so I figured I need something a little bit more tighter, some JUCO lines, if you know what I'm talking about. So I got that done. Now we're gonna get to work on this stuff. We're gonna cut these lines because we're not gonna use them anymore. I want to make it easier to remove them. There we go. 1 and 2. All right, let's pull this through. 1, 2, pull this through. All right, let's start measuring. Run new lines. This is the lines that go to the bottom of the car to both of the vacuum motors. So I want to get a little bit extra, probably do extra 2.5, 3 inches. And make sure I mark them. So this is the switch right here. You can change this a certain way, and I broke one because I'm just really rough with stuff, unfortunately. Some like it rough, but not these things. So you can turn it, you can kind of see the mechanism. You can turn it to the, you know what, and you just turn it one way and it locks it into place. So just turn it to the left and then turn it to the right to allow free airflow in. So, all right, let's go to work. All right, I got those cut to the length I want them. Remember, these are going through by the bumper to the pump motors. Now let's get to work on the other stuff. I may overdo it with the paint, but I just like to know what goes where. A lot of unnecessary markings, but just have fun with it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, since I still got some vacuum line left, that orange line right there, I'm going to replace that line. It goes to that big vacuum hub right there, vacuum tee, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure there's a name for it, but I'm just calling it what I call it. So we're going to take this line off. We're going to mark it orange, and we're going to just get it all replaced. Try to do as much as I possibly can. Look at that shade of rust right there. Oh man, that goes, look at that. Look at that rust down there on that exhaust manifold. Ooh, just a beautiful shade of rust. Check it out, check it out. Come on, come on. You gotta like that, you gotta like that. All right, let's just do what we need to do. Okay, so we got some line cut right here. Paint's dried. I got that line that goes over there. Ford calls it an orange vacuum line. I went a little crazy, you know, Halloween time. Woo! Spooky and stuff like that. The other spooky thing is if the AACA, Antique Automobile Club of America, sees this, because it's not original, they'll probably smack your hand with a ruler because that's the way they are. But I don't care. This car's for me to have fun with. Now, one of the other things I did, I took these little, this sweet little zip ties right here, these tiny ones. You just want to do that just to where it's snug. You don't want to have it where it's like clamping on lines. If you do that, give yourself the price is wrong. This is just to keep them together and stuff like that, you know, paired like a couple inside your car, whatever. So I'm going to start running this line, and after this done, hopefully this solves our problem. So let's get to work. To show. I'll hide. Maybe I won't get my hand slapped by the AECA. Alright, so let's run this down through here. Alright. Like so. Through here. There we go. Got a nice curve. And then we want to connect these two like so. And there we have it. So this line is all connected. It is all silicone. We'll be going over changing more lines in the near future, but I just want to get this done just for the sake of the headlight doors. Let's keep going. You got those colors. Vacuum hose go down the hole. Start anything, all the vacuum hoses are securely fitted, everything looks good. So let's get underneath and attach what we need to attach. All right, let's connect these lines up and see what kind of results we get. Okay, I could probably run those a little bit better so it doesn't look like a twisted pretzel, but I'm just wanting to see how this works. No Picasso here, but hopefully this is what we've been waiting for. All right, I had to go at it one more time. This would have bothered me, especially when I put this car in storage. I would have been thinking about this for the next couple of months. So I don't drive myself nuts. It looks a lot better. Okay, let's see if this solves the issue and if the headlight door stays shut on Rosalie. It's a nice sunny day. So I got everything back together. One thing I'm going to see is if I can get some vacuum pressure here and see if it will work. So I'm just driving home right now. But other than needing a serious four-wheel alignment, this car drives great. Can't believe I'm driving a big old wagon. In a future video, I'll be dressing this dash up, redoing the chrome on this, so it looks a lot more classier. All right, so let's try it. She's running. We got the headlights doors down. So we got no dice. One thing I did notice is that they do go up slower than they did before when I first got this car. So we're on the right track. We just have a few more things that we need to figure out. So I gotta put her away for the winter. I'm gonna be working on some other stuff on this car. Door panels is going to be one. I'm going to rebuild and restore the door panels so they look good. But we're going to put this as to be continued.